Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So it's another exciting day, the day after the Genius Bill. So let's talk about everything that's happening, including Bitcoin, of course, and its approach to a new all-time high, and XRP, which has skyrocketed to its all-time high. And let's talk about ETH and Sol and all the other cryptos out there. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. We're starting out the day right under 119 for Bitcoin. But man, we are seeing a lot of green with a lot of alts right now. ETH is above 3,600. Sol's above 180. Sui's above $4. XRP is above 350. ADA's above 85 cents. You got a lot of great movement right now. This could definitely be the start of altcoin season. And I'll show you why. I'll show you why in a second. Let's get to it. The U.S. market is opening up slightly green, although the crypto-related stocks are blowing up, and probably it's due to the Genius Bill being passed. In case you guys missed it, it passed with flying colors, no problems at all. So it's the very first major crypto regulation or legislation in the U.S. And this has a whole bunch of rules around stablecoins, issuers, which agency. You could actually self-declare which agency you want to be ruled under, the CFTC or SEC. There's a lot of things, but it just makes it a whole lot cleaner, easier. And it places the USD as the dominant currency. Every stable coin has to be backed by a US dollar. So the algorithmic coins that used to exist basically can't exist anymore. That's one of the big things. So that's probably the reason why. You got like Circle that's up tremendously. Robinhood that's flying now. Coinbase that's flying now. And you got several others. I'll talk to them about them in a little bit. What else is flying? ETF inflows. Okay. Here's the staggering stat. Bitcoin took in 522 million, which is really good. 800 million a day before. Overall this week, we're a little bit over 1.7, 1.8, closing in 2 billion. Adding today, probably above 2 billion. Although last week was a little bit better at 2.7 billion. But here's the real story. Ethereum's inflow actually exceeded Bitcoin's inflow yesterday at 600 million. And almost all of that is from BlackRock. If you look at the other funds, they're actually like very low inflows. BlackRock is now going nuts. The last 2 days alone, BlackRock took in $1 billion worth of ETH. So that is something. That is definitely something to pay attention to. Is BlackRock starting altcoin season? Is that the true, force behind all this? Maybe. But it's working because ETH is going up and so many others are going up. Money is starting to flow in. FOMO is building. And Bitcoin dominance is definitely starting to come down in a big way. In fact, I have it ready here. If you zoom out, look at that. Look at that big drop with Bitcoin dominance. It's almost as big as the one that we saw in November when Bitcoin went from 61% down to 54%. Okay, we went from 66% down to 61%. It's not as big as a drop, but if we keep on going, it will be. It's a huge decline downwards of Bitcoin dominance, and it's led by a lot of these big cap alts. So we'll see. but it's looking good. It's looking good. And alts are still skyrocketing right now. But let's not forget Bitcoin, though. Okay? There will be times where, yeah, the alts will probably outperform Bitcoin, but over the long haul, nothing outperforms Bitcoin. And even my DCA portfolio that I've been DCAing for the last 4 years shows that nothing outperformed Bitcoin long term. So that's why you don't want to miss it. You still want to continue to hold on DCA because it's not going away. It's slow and steady upwards movement will carry it into a new high and will continue to carry Bitcoin higher, higher, higher every cycle we go through. And here, Cantor Fitzgerald and Adam Black team up to launch a treasury firm with $3.5 billion in Bitcoin. Does that sound familiar? Every single day you have some new company or existing companies merging or reverse merger or whatever, and they're loading up their treasury with some kind of crypto, mostly Bitcoin, but now we're starting to see ETH, we're starting to see Sol, and I'm sure there's some that are XRP. Here's another one, Volcon, to buy 500 million in Bitcoin. It's not going to stop. This is not going to stop. Most of you guys know this. Most of you guys have been watching me for a long time, but in case you are new, know that the price is not going up for no reason, especially not with Bitcoin. Global adoption, maturity is happening, and we got more and more companies coming in every single day now, loading up on Bitcoin. Russia's largest bank, Serbank, to roll out Bitcoin and crypto custody services because all the other banks out there are doing so. They're probably going to offer crypto trading as well. I'm pretty sure that's going to open up soon. Australia now has Bitcoin-backed mortgages. That's something that we're working on in the U.S. as well. Bitcoin ETFs, I believe, can be used as collateral. I'm not sure. Actually, maybe even Bitcoin can. But, hey, goes to show you, if you can't beat them, join them. These banks, they know Bitcoin's not going to go away. Neither are stable coins now. So they have to embrace. They have to adopt, or they will die. So, pretty good. Pretty good. What else is good? OTC Market. Now, a lot of you guys have asked me about the OTC Market, saying, well, if the OTC Market, exists forever, how is Bitcoin's price going to go up? Well, this is how. Look at the OTC Market and look at how low it is. In fact, the OTC Market right now, according to this, is lower than even 2016 levels. Okay. Look at the 2021 levels. Look at the 2025 levels. The OTC market is dying. Okay. The miners don't really want to sell. Coinbases of the world, they're running out. The appetite is not stopping. And this is the reason why we continue to go higher and higher and higher and higher. And I speculated this before, and I'll do it again. What happens when the OTC market dries up suddenly and these ETFs need to buy every single night? They need to settle. And they need to settle hundreds of millions or billions per day. What if they go to Coinbase or the miners or whoever else is left and say, we want $1 billion of the Bitcoin, and there's none for them? What's going to happen? They're going to have to buy on the spot market, basically. It could be the same deal with the ETH now, because BlackRock is buying so much ETH every day. It's crazy if you think about it. It's crazy. Well, it's actually not crazy if you think about it, but it's just amazing to witness. Okay, these are things that I've talked about or I've speculated for a long time, and it's starting to happen. The OTC market is not going to last forever, and there'll be times when there's probably more Bitcoin in there, so people want to sell. But during the hot times, man, no one's going to want to sell OTC market, and if it dries up, it's only going to cause prices to go even higher. So we are definitely in this uptrend. We're going to settle for Bitcoin anywhere between 130 and 150. That's where we are heading after we break through this recent high. And afterwards, who knows? Who knows how high we will go? Okay? But that's the next stop. That's the next stop. Somewhere between 130 and 150. Or maybe we go even higher. Maybe we even go a little bit higher to 160 or 170. But that's not the end. That's not the top of this cycle. By no means is it the top. And it looks like for alts, same thing. XRP, I didn't even realize this. I knew it was going up. I didn't know if you guys realized this, that XRP actually broke its 7-year high. Look at that. Look at that. I used to make fun of the fact that XRP could not break out of that descending trend line. It did that all the way until 3 months ago. Really? Yeah. It did not break out of that trend line until April 22nd of this year. So it's been rough. It's been real rough for XRP holders. However, look at where we are now. We are at 352, and XRP continues to go higher. It's quite amazing, that recovery. It's actually really amazing to see that. Now, why is that happening? A couple reasons. I saw this. Ripple is partnering up with California to create some kind of new Doge, some kind of new efficiency. I don't know what it has to do with Ripple, but hey, partnership is always good. Their RLUSD, because now the Genius Bill has passed, could be a major player going forward. That's another big one, a huge one. XRP ETFs going to come out soon. That's a big one. So there are a lot of reasons why XRP, and of course the SEC lawsuit, the final nail in the coffin, should be over soon too. So there are many reasons why XRP is pumping and skyrocketing and probably going to go and make a new high soon. You could even earn XRP now with credit cards. But that's in Japan, though. Those of you guys in Japan. But I'm sure there will be others that will offer this. So, pretty darn good. And I like to remind you guys, I alone hold the only copy and the most educational video ever created about XRP, which I only show every so often because people go crazy over it. But I still have that. Also, what's going on? Tokenized Treasury bills are coming to say. Say is something I've been talking about for a while. Huge into everything, but also chosen to host Wyoming stablecoins. But now they're partnering up with Ondo, which is really into RWA and tokenized everything. Tokenization is getting huge. So that's coming. And this RWA play is partner up with Big Get. So Big Gets will go offer it. But, you know, so many are getting into RWA. Now that we have the Genius Bill passing, I think it's going to help RWA even more. Tokenization of stocks, of treasuries, pretty much anything financial. And then moving forward from there, other things like physical, like real estate and others. And let's not forget memes. Doge has been doing very well. Bonk has been doing very well. A lot of other memes are doing very well. Meme coins are coming back. And that helps a lot of projects, including one of my favorites, Solana, which is now above 180. So, you know, all these memes are still like down 50, 60, 70% from their January high. Now, some of them aren't even close to their 2021 high. That means there's a lot of room to grow. A lot of room to grow. All right. That's pretty much it. Before I go, I'd like to remind you guys, tomorrow is another segment of Ask George. I don't have a lot of questions right now. So make sure if you guys have some important questions about anything, of course, about crypto, about life, finances, whatever, sports, cars, you name it, go ahead and go on my website and click on that Ask George a question button. And of course, the boot camp that I've been talking about, on the very top, you see starts July 21st. We got over 600 members now. We may have to cap it, okay? But I know that a lot of you guys want to learn how to trade. It's a free course, free week-long course. You could always enroll. And we have to cut off enrollment, then we'll move you to next month. But I don't know why you wouldn't want to join it. All right, let's do some Q&A. And oh my God, Robinhood's up 7%. 7%. Coinbase is up 6%. Ooh, my options are going to be exploding.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.
Oh, I hate when I'm in mute. I said, look at Sol. It's approaching this 186, 187 resistance. After breaking it up, breaking above it, I mean, then it sets the stage for this next level, 219. And then, 260. And ETH, man, ETH is still going. ETH is looking like it wants to break to like around right here. 38, 3,900 or even 4,100. Say, I just got done talking about Say having a good day, up 4%, but man, they are still way off. Way off from their November high of 74 cents. Still time to get in. ADA has broken above this resistance. They are heading, next stop probably like 96 cents. And then after that, you're talking about $1.10. The next major resistance is 118 before it breaks higher. Mark C. Last cycle you pushed B Pro. What's your thoughts on B Pro now? Mark C. You probably have not been tuning in since last cycle. I talked about B Pro sold themselves to someone else. I said it as soon as it happened. Both the CEO and CTO no longer are part of that project. Once they sold themselves to a bigger project, it was over. That was it. That was years ago. And I mentioned that many times. So you probably have not been watching for many, many, many years. Man, look at that. That's just nuts. Robinhood is definitely blowing up because they are doing tokenized stocks now in Europe, and they're in crypto, they're in stocks, they're just like unstoppable. And Coinbase also unstoppable, up 6%. Coinbase, the #1 destination for crypto in America. Both of these guys doing very well. Patrick, how can I make my Fidelity retirement account 403B do something for me this bull run? Fidelity should allow you to, I don't know the details of it, but a lot of them allow you to, you know, pick your own stocks, right? So you could pick a Bitcoin ETF. Fidelity has their own. Or you could just simply buy Bitcoin with it. You know, with the retirement accounts, you got to be careful. You can't be like putting it into something that can drastically go down. You still want to mitigate your risk, right? So like I just mentioned, Coinbase, Robinhood, they're very risky. I mean, they could turn down, you know, very easily. Like they did from January to April. So I wouldn't suggest those. But like, you know, like just holding Bitcoin or a Bitcoin ETF or something like that, a lot less risky. MSTR not going up today. In fact, it's down. You know why it's down? I'm guessing because Saylor's selling more stock in order to make a big purchase on Monday. You know, he tends to make these purchases on Monday. So I'm thinking that's the reason. There's no reason why MicroStrategy should be down today. Should be up. Now, it could still turn up, but that's the only thing I could think of. Circle is also up. Circle did like a V shape, almost a V, but like a U shape recovery. It's coming back to its previous high of like 260. So I expect the Circle to go up a lot more because of Genius Bill. What else is moving today? Let's see. Man, you got Dogecoin up 17%. What's up with Doge? Man, 25 cents, still way off from its 75-cent high, but having a 17% day for a big cap, something that's at 38 billion in market cap, that's crazy. That's insane. But only this happens in crypto. Chainlink, another huge one, up 10%. Hedera up 12%. Chainlink, very into RWA. I got done talking about RWA not too long ago. Not only that, they're layer 2, biggest oracle, involved with financial companies. And Hedera, American-based crypto, that's just riding the momentum right now. You got Uniswap up 20. Uniswap, the biggest DEX on ETH, up 21%, making a huge recovery. Huge recovery. You got ETH Classic up 21%. VeChain up 11%. Haven't covered VeChain in a while, but good for them. 11% gain. Pump.fun is still being sold off. Optimism up 14%. You know, right now it's just like anything relating to ETH is hot. I bet like Lido's up. I bet others relating to it is up too. Is Pepe up? The biggest, well, one of the biggest. No, Pepe is just up 2% today. It'll be interesting. I hate to call it, but Bitcoin dominance dropping like this is very drastic. It's not a small dip. So, you know, we'll see. I don't want to call it yet and say, okay, altcoin season started, although it looks very similar. We have seen that, though. In November, December, we saw alts do crazy things. We may see it again. Gene says, I just bought more Bitcoin today at today's price. Hey, the best time to invest was yesterday. The next best time is today. With Bitcoin, that's just how it is. Doesn't matter if you buy today or tomorrow at top or bottom. As long as you continue to do it, you will be in profit eventually. Right now, there are very, very, very little people that are not in profit with Bitcoin. My DCA portfolio up 109% now. Fantastic. I expect this number to keep going. I expect this number to be hitting about 200,000 by the end of this cycle, which is still 5x from here. Seems unbelievable. Seems like there's not enough time, but if we're truly in altcoin season, this will get up there. And the whole point of this DCA portfolio is to prove to you guys the power of DCA. Like, you know, that's really it. There's no magical formula other than just DCA, 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 and HODL. That's it. Fear and greed index, we're about 71 now. So we're in greed. Not in extreme greed yet, but I think we'll get there. I think we'll get there. I mean, everything's up today, basically. Wow, a lot of memes today actually is in the red. So not all memes are exploding. Sheeb, 5%. Doge, 14%. DeFi is exploding today. Like Lido is up big. Uniswap is up big. and RWA plays are all green. Oh. US market, iffy right now. What do you think about Clearpool? I'm not familiar with Clearpool. Second part is how high can Pepe go? Pepe can go really high. I mean, just look at how high she went last cycle. That's how high Pepe could go. Pepe is not actually too off from its all-time high. It's only like 50% off. And I think that's just the beginning. I'm a big fan of Pepe. I don't know why. I don't even think I hold any Pepe, but you can't underestimate memes. You just can't. But I'm really surprised how strong Doge is now. So it still has to do with 3x to get to its previous high. I think it can certainly do that. Can it break a dollar cycle? Yes. Can it go to $1.50, $2? Maybe. The milkman asks, when you DCA, do you buy a set amount every week or just stack cash for red days? Either one works. Either one works. You could do one, you could DCA every week. So there are people on here that'll DCA every day. They put in like $5-10 every day. You could do every day. You could do every week. You could do every paycheck, once a month. Or you could just have cash and buy the dips, right? There's no really wrong answer. It's just depends on your income level, how much you make, how much extra cash you have on the side. There are some people that have said, I DCA every single day. Someone said I missed a super chat. Which one? Let me see. Scroll up. Have you looked at Red Belly Network, RMBT? I have not. $40 million. Not so good exchanges. FDV is much higher, so only 25% has been released. Someone asked about this before. RWA play. Yep. RWA. Yeah, I think this project is too early. Not on any big exchanges. Could be a hidden gem, but a little bit too early to call. It's largely affiliated with Australian banks. Okay, that's good. That's good. Good to know. Clarkin says, I worry this Trump-Epstein situation is going to bring turmoil to America and its markets. I don't know. Everyone I've been watching, all the clips I've been watching, even the biggest MAGA supporters do not like the fact that Trump is trying to sweep it under the rug. He's talked about it many times. He made it part of his campaign multiple times. He said for sure it's going to be released. And now he's kind of sweeping under the rug. So, I mean, he needs to just let it come out. I don't know if he's protecting himself or others. Like, at this point, it's not going to go away. I don't know how that's going to relate to markets, though. I mean, unless Powell's on there or something. I don't think it's going to be a shock if any politician shows up on there. So I'm pretty sure a lot of politicians will be on there. Did you guys see the clip, the new footage of the Trump shooting and how there was a guy that like moved these reporters in front of the stage and they dropped the American flag on top just for the pictures? You guys ever wonder where that American flag came from in that famous photo? Like, I always wondered, there was no flag. Like, where did it come from? And all of a sudden there's this big, beautiful American flag above him. It looks very suspicious. It looks very staged. It looks extremely staged now that this new footage has come out. It's actually really bad. The flag dropped because a bullet hit the hydraulic hose on the crane holding it. Really? It took that long for the flag to drop? And it just so happens that one of the Secret Service agents like pushed two reporters to take photos in front of it right before it dropped. Like, why is that even a priority? Like, why would the Secret Service escort reporters in front of the stage at all? Wouldn't they be just like trying to get Trump off the stage? Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Like, that should not be a priority, getting reporters in front of a stage. I don't know. Anyways, Bitcoin's waking up. That's good. ETH is still on its way up. Sol's still on the way up. Now Coinbase is up almost 8%. Circle, look at this. Circle just blew up plus 9%. It was just up 2%. Now it just blew up 9%. MicroStrategy could be turning green. So Wall Street decided to FOMO. Everyone is FOMOing right now. Can Litecoin hit $500? Man, can they? Where are they on the list? Can I hit $500? To be fair, if Bitcoin could do a 2x, Litecoin could probably do a 5x. There's a possibility. Yes, it's possible. Is it likely? I'm not so sure, but you know, again, altcoin season, if it truly comes, will drive a lot of FOMO. A lot of FOMO. Is there any hope for old coins like Matic, Dot, Atom, or are they officially dead? No, I think there's hope for all of them except Matic, Pol. I'm not so sure they're in a really good spot. Everything I've been hearing puts them in a bad spot. I think Polkadot, Atom, they're better spots, but Polkadot, I'm not sure where they're going. They're trying to, you know, their parachain setup is not really working. They're doing Polkadot 2, which is supposed to be more efficient. I'm not sure they can convince anyone to go. Atom, same thing. Their architecture as a layer 0 isn't really helping them. It's helping the L1s coming out of Cosmos, but it's not helping them. Say and Injective are both out of Cosmos, but neither one's a success is helping. People don't even realize BNB. BNB is out of Cosmos too. But they have a setup where all these L1s is coming out of it does not help the parent chain for some reason. I don't know. Thoughts on Axelar as a XRP play? I don't get the connection. I know Flare is doing well because people see it as an XRP play, but it really isn't. It used to be a smart contracts layer for XRP, but now they're just their own chain. But Flare is also doing very well. I'm not sure Axelar is. Yeah. All right, guys. I'll let you guys go. Enjoy your gains. I'm going to go look at my gains. Make sure you submit your question, though. If you have a question, an important question, a good question for the community, ask George a question right here on CryptosRUs.com. And also join the bootcamp and join the Discord. All right? Have a good one, guys. It's great all around. All-time high is near. All-time high is here for XRP. And many others are skyrocketing. So enjoy your gains. Smash it a like. Subscribe to the channel. Have a good rest of your day. Take care. Bye-bye.
What do you think about Ripple? Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.